Alkaa lentolaukkujen pakkaaminen. Tällä kertaa me kuskataan vähän erilaisempaa tavaraa. Pistetään auton varaosat kyytiin, on toi rakennettu pakoputki ja sitten on vetoakselit molemmilla puolilla ja uudet navat laakereinassa. Siinä tuli vielä pussillinen uusi pultteja.
Viestillä sen Oton numeron, niin jos sä voit soittaa sulle se Oton, niin... Ohoho! Hyvin tulee!
Risto!
English, please.
Good morning! Huh?
We just came back from drivers meetings and it's very nice that they take care of us Finns as well, because they get the drivers meeting in English after the normal drivers meeting. They know that we are on track.
We had some problems with the exhaust on the first practice, and luckily there was a welding machine. We could borrow it and got the pipe fixed.
Well, qualification didn't go very well. In the beginning I had something in my wheels and it was bumping all the time. And then when we got that fixed, the car went to the service mode and I couldn't make any fast laps. It only took me to 9th place today, so tomorrow we have a lot of work climbing up the grid if we can make the car work again. But it seems that the problem is with turbo again, so it's second turbo that we changed on this season. It's not very nice.
I'm the happiest person in the paddock because we have been struggling with the time in Jyllandsringen, and I know there is some things we can do better and get the time a little bit quicker.
Okay, what is your tactic for racing?
At least drive to the 6th position, so we are able to start the second race on the pole position.
Okay.
Bucket man.
Mystery man. Alright, it's race day. Race day today. We have two heats and new turbo. Basically just hope the car is now working with the new turbo, and so that we would be now clear of all turbo issues that we had this season. And it's probably gonna be wet race in both races. Linda, how was your first race?
So it is the first DNF of the season due to technical issue.
First race was a little bit problematic. We got a good start, good first lap, good second lap, but then the car went to service mode again. And this time it was from something else, or then our turbo was not broken. I don't know. It went to shit again, and then I just got left behind, and I had to restart the car every half lap. So I got left behind and finished last. We tried to fix it for the next race. Maybe we can get it working, but it seems it's problem with wiring, and if it's wiring problem, it's very difficult to fix when you're in the paddock. Aika hyviä sävelelläkin on. It was very slippery. I think it was my most slipperiest race ever. We were always on some side drifting, and it wasn't very fast. We have some trouble with wheel alignment from the first start when I had a little crash. I had no chance challenging other drivers. They went right and left behind all over me, and then I made some mistakes myself. I drove outside, but nothing major. And the best part is that the car is now not in service mode. We got one problem fixed for now. We can begin to look forward to Barport. Maybe then we can succeed.
Sunday was really disappointing for us. We didn't make it to the grid on race 2.
Drive shaft broke on the first heat and we changed into a new one. When I took the car for a test drive, the new one immediately broke down. And we found the reason for that. It was already too late. We tried very hard with both teams, but it wasn't enough.